What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is Monday, December the 18th, the start of a new week, and we got a big 11 game schedule on today. As usual, we're going to break every single game down. We're going to do some analysis and try to come up with some winning plays. As usual, guys, also I will be posting my best bet of the day about an hour before tip-off as a pinned comment, also on my Twitter, X at Pick'emNBABets. Before we get started, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let's get started, guys. Let's make some money. Come on. In our first matchup, we got the Houston Rockets in Cleveland taking on the Cavs. The Houston Rockets 13-10 on the year, 4 wins in their last 5 games. We're in action last night in Milwaukee, 9-point loss. We're competitive pretty much throughout the whole game. Pretty good showing for Houston, but Milwaukee at home, guys, a powerhouse. No shame in that loss for Houston. No new injuries to report. Everyone should be available on this back-to-back. Houston 2-9 on the year on the road, but have won 2 out of their last 3 road games. Cleveland, they are currently 14-12 on the year, just 2 wins their last 5 games, snapped out of a 3-game losing streak with a nice 8-point win at home against Atlanta. They are playing without Darius Garland and Evan Mobley. They're going to be out long term. We talked about this before. This will be a problem for Cleveland. They are going to struggle without these 2 players, 2 starters. Now in this game, they're catching Houston on the second night of back-to-back. Houston 2-9, like I mentioned, on the road, but have won 2 out of their last 3. I expect them to be competitive in this game, guys. I think the loss of Garland and Mobley is going to show on Cleveland going forward. Now, 4.5-point line is pretty accurate. I had it at 4. I'm going to take a shot here with Houston with points plus 4.5. I'm just going to put 1 star behind this play, though. Second night of back-to-back does have me a little iffy on this play, but I think Houston does have the better ball club overall right now. In our next game with the LA Clippers in Indiana taking on the Pacers. The Clippers, they're currently 15-10 on the year. Pretty hot. 7-game winning streak. Climbing up the Western Conference standings, currently in 6th place. No injuries. Everything looking good for the LA Clippers. The Indiana Pacers, they are 13-11 on the year. Just 1 win in their last 5 games. Ever since that in-season tournament final, the team has been struggling, not playing well. In their last ball game, an 18-point loss in Minnesota. Played without Tyrese Halliburton. He was out with knee soreness, listed as questionable for tonight. Obviously, guys, we do have to check his status. This is an MVP candidate right here, the best player on Indiana. We got to see if he's going to play or not. But as of now, guys, I am going to go with the trend in this game. Clippers red hot, 7-game winning streak. Pacers just 1 win in their last 5 games. I can take the Clippers here with the -3. I'm going to take him here with the -3. I'm just going to put 1 star behind this play. There's a lot of uncertainty right now. We don't know if Tyree's going to play or not. And the Pacers, guys, tough at home. At some point in time, they are going to snap out of this funk. The quality of their team is a lot higher than what their recent form is. But the Clippers, guys, they're red hot, playing great until they start losing. They look like the right side here. I'm going to take the Clippers here -3. But, guys, wait until Tyrese Halliburton till we have more clarity on his status. And our next game, we got the Chicago Bulls in Philadelphia taking on the Sixers. The Chicago Bulls, they are 10-17 on the year, just 2 wins in their last 5 games. In their last 4, guys, against some very tough competition. A little mini series against the Miami Heat. They split those games. In the second game, just a 2-point loss. We're very competitive. The other 2 losses came to the Denver Nuggets and Milwaukee Bucks. What can you do, guys? Some teams are just better than others. Now, the Chicago Bulls do have some injury concerns coming into this matchup. Torrey Craig is going to be out, the rotation player off the bench. Alex Caruso missed the last one in Miami, is listed as questionable again tonight. The Philadelphia 76ers, they are red hot, 18-7 on a 6-game winning streak and blowing away the competition, guys. Their last 5 games have all been double-digit blowout wins. Their last one, a 135-82 beatdown of the Charlotte Hornets. Against the weaker competition, guys, they're not showing any mercy whatsoever, blowing everybody out. Now, the Chicago Bulls, 10-17, one of the weaker teams in the Eastern Conference in all of the NBA. Of course, Chicago has been very competitive in their last few, but the only way I can go in this game, guys, was with Philly. I'm going to take in with the -11.5. I'm just going to put 1 star behind this play, though. I don't like really betting on these kind of big handicaps, but I think Philly is the right side on this play, on this game. Philadelphia, -11.5. Up next, we got the Detroit Pistons in Atlanta taking on the Hawks. The Detroit Pistons, 2-24 on the year, worst record in the NBA. The current losing streak is at 23. The Detroit Pistons obviously on a huge downtrend, getting blown out now. They were competitive in a few games, but it looks like they have just completely been demoralized. All their recent losses have been blowouts. The Atlanta Hawks, they are 10-15 on the year, just 1 win in their last 5, also on a downtrend. 8-point loss against a shorthanded Cleveland team in their last one. They also had some injuries in that game. They played without Bogdanovic. I know he was missing in that ball game. DeAndre Hunter came back. Clint Capella also sat. For tonight, we see Bogdanovic, Capella, and Hunter all listed as questionable. We do got to check their status. Detroit, 11.5 point dogs. They're going to be double-digit dogs pretty much against everybody going forward on the road, that is. Detroit, I'm sure they saw that the San Antonio Spurs snapped out of their streak. They're going to want to get out of this. Now, will they be able to win tonight? I don't know, guys. I seriously doubt it. The team, like I said, does look demoralized. I'm going to take a shot here, though. If they are to be competitive and have a chance against anybody, that could be against the Hawks, guys. The Hawks are trash. A trash team, in my opinion. I'm going to take Detroit here, plus 7.5. Just 1 star, though. Chances are, guys, I'm not going to be involved in this game. Looks like a garbage game. The garbage game of the day. But Detroit, plus 11.5, my pick in this game. In our next game, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves in Miami taking on the Heat. The Timberwolves, first place in the West, 19-5 overall. 4 wins in their last 5 games, playing very good basketball. Their last one against the Pacers, an 18-point win. Some bad news coming out of that game, though. Jaden McDaniels injured his back in the first half, did not come back in the second, listed as questionable tonight. My guess is he probably will not play tonight. Anthony Edwards also listed as questionable, but I think he's going to play. He had something like 37 points against the Pacers, looked sharp. I don't think he's going to be missing from tonight's ball game. The Miami Heat, they are currently 15-11 on the year, 3 wins in their last 5 games. Split their last 2 little home mini-series against the Chicago Bulls. 8-point loss in the first one, got a 2-point win in the next one. In tonight's game, they're going to be getting some reinforcements back. Bam Adebayo, he's missed the last 5-6 games, expected to return. Also, Tyler Hero, the starting guard, who was playing very well to start of the season, injured his ankle, was out for like about a month. He's also expected to be back in the lineup. Kyle Lowry is going to miss this game. He's already been ruled out. Now the line, guys, over here, we see that it's currently at a pick'em. I had the Timberwolves favored by 2. Usually, guys, I don't like it when superstar players come back in the first game. There should be some chemistry issues here as well. Players are going to have to find their roles once again. Some players that were starting are going to have to go to the bench. I'm expecting a little bit of rust out of both Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo since they've been out for a while. Minnesota, guys, uptrending. Let's take a shot here with the Timberwolves on the road. I'm going to take them here at the pick'em. I'm just going to throw 1 star behind this play, though, guys. This line, of course, it is very low. Does have me thinking a bit, but I think Minnesota is the right side. They're uptrending, playing well. Let's take a shot here with Minnesota. In our next ball game, we got the Charlotte Hornets in Toronto taking on the Raptors. The Charlotte Hornets, 7-17 on the year. 4 straight losses and just 1 win in their last 5 games. Their last win actually did come against the Toronto Raptors at home, a 3-point win for the Hornets. That was back on December the 8th. They got a ton of players on the injury report, guys. The Charlotte Hornets, Gordon Hayward listed as questionable with an illness. Mark Williams not expected to play. He's listed as doubtful. PJ Washington questionable. Terry Rozier injured his nose in the previous one, the 53-point beatdown at home against the Sixers. Listed as probable. He should be in the lineup for tonight. The Toronto Raptors, they are 10-15 on the year. Also just 1 win in their last 5 games. 21-point home loss against the Atlanta Hawks at home in their last game. Tonight, guys, we see this 11.5 point line, which is obviously super hyper inflated. I had it at 8.5 and I thought that was high. We see 3 points higher than my estimate, guys. This means one thing, in my opinion, and that is that the Toronto Raptors are going to win and cover the spread. I'm going to take them here with 3 stars. The Charlotte Hornets, guys, especially on the road, not playing very good basketball, have lost their last few by double digits. I know this is a big line for a Toronto Raptors team that's just, they're just 10-15 on the year. 11.5 points, guys. Why are the books giving us these many points? I can only go one way here. Like I said, Toronto laying the 11.5. Up next, we got the Memphis Grizzlies in Oklahoma City taking on the Thunder. The Grizzlies 6-18 on the year. 4 straight losses for Memphis. 2 new players on the injury report. Bismack Biyombo expected to miss, listed as doubtful, and Derrick Rose out with a hamstring strain. This is going to be the last game for Memphis playing without John Morant. He is expected to return tomorrow against the Pelicans. This is the 25th game of the year for the Grizzlies. The Oklahoma City Thunder 16-8 on the year. 3 wins in their last 5 games. Got a big one in Denver, a 1-point win in the Mile High City. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander hit a last-second jumper, gave the Thunder the big win. Should bring some confidence, extra confidence to the team, momentum in this ballgame. Actually, guys, when I look at all these facts, I think the 10.5 point line could be a little bit short. To be honest, I'm going to take Memphis here with the plus 10.5. I'm just going to throw 1 star behind this. Usually, guys, historically, when I've seen a player, a build up to their return, the game before the team tends to perform well. The day he returns, they flat out suck. So my strategy for the Memphis Grizzlies in these 2 games today and tomorrow is to take them tonight with the plus 10.5. I will most likely be fading them tomorrow in Jaw's return. But tonight, plus 10.5, my pick in this game, just 1 star though. I wouldn't blame you guys for staying completely away from this game. Even taking in Oklahoma City, they should blow out the Grizzlies, guys. But I'm just saying what I've seen historically. I've seen this play out plenty of times, and this is the reason why I'm playing Memphis here with the plus 10.5. In our next ball game, we got the Dallas Mavs in Denver taking on the Nuggets. The Dallas Mavs, they're currently 16-9 on the year, have won 4 of their last 5 games. Uptrending, 11-point win in Portland. Their last one, 131-120. Some bad news coming out of that game. They lost Derek Lively Jr., their starting center, the rookie that had a pretty good season so far. Very important piece to what they do. We know Dallas, lack of size, guys. They don't have too many big men, and tonight they're going to need it against Nikola Jokic. Bad news for the Dallas Mavs. The Denver Nuggets, they are currently 17-10 on the year. 3 wins in their last 5 games. Got a 3-game winning streak snapped in their last one, like I just talked about, against the Oklahoma City Thunder by a point. Denver, their 2nd loss of the year at home. This is a bounce back game for Denver. 7.5 points favored here. Dallas playing without Derek Lively Jr. I think will be a problem here. Who's going to guard Nikola Jokic tonight, guys? I think Denver does bounce back in this spot. I'm going to take him here with the minus 7.5. Put 2 stars behind this play. I think Denver does bounce back, win this game, and win it comfortably. In our next game, we got the Brooklyn Nets in Utah taking on the Jazz. The Nets 13-12 on the year, just 2 wins in their last 5 games. It's going to be the 5th game of a road trip, a West Coast trip that they're on at the moment. Just 1 win in those last 3. But guys, against some tough competition. The losses are unfortunate, but Sacramento, Phoenix, Denver, Golden State, these are some tough places to go in and get W's. They've been competitive for the most part, and the big win in Phoenix, a good sign for Brooklyn. I like how they've been playing so far this year. I think Jacques Vaughn has been doing a pretty good job with this team. The Utah Jazz, 9-17 on the year, but 7-5 at home, guys. Do have a positive home record, 2 wins above 500. 2 wins in their last 5 games for Utah. Always tough in Salt Lake City. Now, guys, Brooklyn on the road, 4-point favorites. When you look at it, Utah 7-5 at home, tough team. But Brooklyn, what I've noticed so far this year, when they play against weaker competition, they usually beat up on the weaker teams. Utah is the weaker team here. I'm going to take Brooklyn here with the -4. I'm just going to throw 1 star behind this though, because it is scary betting against the Utah Jazz at home. They've surprised a lot of good teams on their home court this year. But I think Brooklyn, this is a great opportunity to get the 2nd win on this West Coast trip. I like Brooklyn here with the -4. Up next, we got the Washington Wizards in Sacramento taking on the Kings. The Washington Wizards, 4-21 on the year, 1 win in their last 5 games. But in their last 2 have looked pretty decent. They did beat the Pacers at home before they left for the road trip. They beat the Pacers by 14. Last night we're in Phoenix, just a 4-point loss. They had the chances in the game to actually win, pull off the upset as 13-point dogs. Washington was hitting their shots, were competitive. The Sacramento Kings, they are 15-9 on the year, 4 wins in their last 5 games. 21-point beatdown of the Utah Jazz in their last one. Keegan Murray, guys, hit 12 for 13 threes in that game, 11 straight. I think that was an NBA record. The young guy was going crazy, hitting shot after shot. Sacramento did the job without De'Aaron Fox, who was out with a shoulder injury, listed as questionable for tonight. Do got to check his status, the best player of the team. I'm guessing, guys, they might hold them out for a 2nd straight, considering they are playing against the Washington Wizards. Now, guys, this should be another shootout. Both teams like to run and gun. Sacramento, of course, the better team overall. They do have the advantage. Washington also on the 2nd night of a back-to-back, but they have played well for 2 straight games, guys. I'm going to take Washington here with the plus 11.5. But I'm just going to put 1 star behind this. 99% chance I will not be involved in this game. And I wouldn't blame you guys that take Sacramento here with the minus 11.5. Personally, I'm going to be staying away. But Washington has looked pretty decent the last couple. They are a young team, so I don't think fatigue will be too much of a factor here. They might have even picked up some rhythm, guys, and some confidence from their last 2 games. I'll pick Washington here with the plus 11.5. Just 1 star, though. And in our last game of the night, we got the New York Knicks in LA taking on the Lakers. The New York Knicks, they are currently 14-11 on the year, just 2 wins in their last 5 games. This is going to be the 4th game of a road trip. They're out west, 1-2 so far. Beat the Phoenix Suns, lost to the Utah Jazz, and got blown out by the LA Clippers in the last one. The New York Knicks playing without Mitchell Robinson, the starting center. He's going to be out long term. This is going to be the last game for New York on this West Coast trip. They're going to be heading back for another game against Brooklyn, but it's pretty much they're going to be back in their own beds. Last game out west for New York, they're going to be wanting to get back home. That is for sure. The LA Lakers, they are 15-11 on the year. 3 wins in their last 5 games. Split a little mini series against San Antonio in their last couple. We're in San Antonio for 2 games. Picked up a win in the first one by 3. Lost by 14 in the second one. They sat out Anthony Davis, D'Angelo Russell. I think Vanderbilt was also out. Some starters. San Antonio took advantage, gave the Lakers a loss. Lakers, guys, at home, 10-2. One of the best teams at home. Tonight we got some questionable players here. LeBron and AD both listed as questionable, but I'm guessing both will play, guys. The line, the Lakers would not be favored by 4.5 if those 2 players weren't expected to play. D'Angelo Russell and Vanderbilt expected to come back. They're listed as probable. Do got to check the status of AD and LeBron, but I'm pretty sure both of them are going to play. Now, guys, like I said, Lakers 10-2 at home. This looks like a great spot for them to bounce back. Have had a couple of days off. New York will probably be wanting to get back home off this long road trip. I'm going to take the Lakers here with the -4.5. I'm going to put 2 stars behind this play. I think they do bounce back and get the win. New York is thinking about going back home. Let's take the Lakers here, guys, minus the points. And this is what I got for you guys today on this Monday, December the 18th. Big 11-game schedule. We broke each one of the games down, did our analysis, got our picks, and we are ready to go. Out of all of these games, guys, my best bet of the day will most likely be on the Toronto Raptors -11.5. I know it's one of the ugliest game on the boards, but we do have a 3-point discrepancy, my line estimate, with the actual line. I think they are giving a lot of points to Charlotte here. Toronto, I think, will get the job done. But I will make this official about an hour before tip-off. Down as a pinned comment, also on my Twitter at Pick'emNBA Bets. Plus, guys, a lot of uncertainty so far on the injury report. We see a lot of players questionable. We're going to have a bunch of line movements. So I might have some more plays. I might even have another different bet of the day later on. So make sure to check back on the pinned comment and on my Twitter. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap the video up right here. I'm going to wish you all good luck on your plays, and I will see you again tomorrow. Have a good one, guys. Later.